guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to try and ignore my neighbour who is currently mowing his lawn, I assume. We are going to sit down and just get ready together. I was getting ready to go out for Sunday lunch in a couple of hours, so I just thought I would do something wearable and really natural, you know, something you can wear anywhere, at home for going out, to go to work. I mean, honestly, I would wear this to go to work. If I have to go to the office, this is how I turn up, because I need to maintain the illusion that I don't spend the rest of my time working from home in my pajamas. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm really hungry at this point, guys. I thought I would do another look using the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette because it is absolutely my cup of tea. It is definitely me in a palette. Look at these colours, and I wanted to have a play around with some extra products. I am so obsessed with the results. So if you guys would like to see how I got this look using the Beauty Bay Book of Magic palette, as well as a couple of extra very pretty products, then just keep watching. Alright guys, as always my eyes are primed with my P. Louise base, so we are going to jump into the Book of Magic palette. I'm going to take Azo the 231 and I'm going to start off with the shade Curse. God, I love how well this picks up. It's so good. And we're going for a spotlight eye today, so it's going to go on the outer and inner third of my eye. So I'm just packing it on. I love how well this packs on. Like, I just barely have to dip into this palette, and look at that. When you say, and I'm just going to take it underneath. Actually, what I should have done, I'm just quickly going to prime my lower lash line. We're just going to do everything in one go today. I think it's just a bit easier when you're doing this type of look. So I'm going to bring it underneath in the same places as well. I'm just keeping my eye open while placing my colour. Make sure it's coming down in a straight line. And then just rounding off the outer corner, and then just doing the inner corner as well. The really deep blue on the inner corner does look a little bit weird right now, but hopefully that should improve. Next up, I'm going to go into the shade Trick, just on a clean Zoeva 231, and I'm going to use that to blend out my first shade. I think one of my favourite things about this palette is that it is very, very logical, and that is very appealing to me. So in all of your shades except the turquoises, you have a light, a medium and a dark version. So you have it with the blues, you have it with the purple, you have it with your neutrals, and to be fair, you kind of have it with the turquoises as well, because you can use this one as your darkest shade. And to me that's just really well thought out. Like, it's a palette that's just going to be just really easy to use. Like, there's not too much thinking involved. I feel like I'm struggling with the rounded shape today. Don't know why. There we go. I've picked up a bit more product and it seems to be helping. And then again at the front as well. When you feel the world is over. It's definitely a little bit higher up on my left eye. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm bringing it higher up on this side as well. Feel a little bit Bravehearty right now, not quite the look I was going for. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M433, and I think this time I'm going to go into the shade Wish, I think, first of all. Let's see. Okay, it's doing something. I feel like I wasn't sure about this shade in my original review, but I think I'm using the exact same brush, and it is just a bit of a softer brush, so I do feel like it struggles to pick up a little bit more, but then I don't want it to be too heavy here. I want to use it to blend everything out. I'm going to try and correct this rounded shape over here, because it hasn't quite gone to plan. Just making sure I'm getting really nice smooth edge, really softening it up. Okay, we are getting there. I think I'm just going to switch brushes really quickly though. I'm going to take the Morphe M456, just in the same shade, but just for the front of the eye. I do feel like the bigger brush would be a little bit more difficult. Stuck in my head. I literally haven't watched that film in so long. I think I am just going to take a little bit more of Trick, just to deepen it up a little bit. And then blend out with my Morphe brush again. And a little bit more of Wish. I feel like this is not going as smoothly as the first look I did with this palette, but I think it is the shape. I'm gonna jump into the Pastels palette again, I think, and I am just gonna take a little bit of Serenity. That's just gonna be on the outer portion. Just feel like this palette, in combination with the Book of Magic one, works quite well. It just helps me give a bit more dimension to the looks. Just kind of extending that rounded shape using this shade. And then just a little bit more of Wish, just to really finish connecting up the shades. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to go in on the centre of the eye. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of P. Louise base, just to make sure I have some fresh base there, all the way down the centre. And then I'm just going to take each one of my brushes, just redefine those edges, make sure I haven't got any base over it. Oh, actually I've gone a bit too far. This is why I'm supposed to keep my eyes open while doing this, otherwise I make mistakes. And I'm just going to do it underneath as well. On the centre of that, I'm going to go in with the shade Potion, which I don't think I've used yet. I'm just going to pop that all the way down the middle. When you say you're feeling lonely. And then with a slightly smaller brush, I'm going to go into the shade Jinx. And that's just going to go in that little blank space in the middle, just to blend in Potion with my other shades. I'm going to take a bit more of Potion. I'm just blending over, really trying to blend those edges out. And then actually at the top, I'm gonna go into Spell, because I think that will just maybe blend a little bit better. Yes, it's October and the ice cream van still comes around. It comes around like every day as well. And then just a bit more of Potion. I don't really know if that worked, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go back in with my Morphe brush, blend over that edge a little. I need a smaller brush for the lower lash line, again just using Potion. And then Jinx. And then again, smudging through with my Morphe brush. Just gonna take a bit more of Wish actually, just take it underneath. Okay, if you guys think it looks like a little bit of a mess right now, don't worry. I think so too. I just want to deepen it up a little bit. I forgot to do this before doing my center color. So I'm going to go into the shade Hex really lightly on a Morphe M506. I'm going to pop that just on the outer corner. This is such a nicely pigmented black. Let me bring my mirror in closer so I'm not going out of frame. This is incredible. I'm taking a teeny tiny bit more and then just bringing it around. And then just back into my original brush just to blend it. So I'm going to take a tiny bit more of Cast, just pop it on top because I feel like it's getting a little bit lost. And then I think a tiny bit more of Jinx as well, just to blend. And then just back in with my Morphe brush as well, because it's just quite good for diffusing out all those edges. Oh, that's just giving it so much depth immediately. Okay, so now on the center of my eye, I'm gonna take a pigment from the Pastel Roses. This is just one of their loose eyeshadow pigment in the shade Chameleon. Is it Chameleon? No, it's Orion. The easiest way to use it, I'm just literally gonna take out the little lid. Is this gonna work? Oh my god, I think it is. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my NYX glitter glue on a Morphe M224. I'm just gonna pop that down the center on top of the shimmery blue, patting it into place. I don't know what's gonna be a good brush for this. I'll try my Morphe M152. Ooh, okay. When you feel the world is over. Oh, that is so pretty. It's got blue, it's got green, it's got purple. This is the perfect pigment to use with this palette. I am pleased with myself on this choice. I really hope you guys can see on camera how beautiful it is. It's absolutely stunning. That is a pretty small jar though. I feel like I'm gonna run out of that really quickly. I'm gonna do the same thing underneath. Oh my god, this is stunning. The only problem that I have with pigments is literally that I keep forgetting to use them because they're in jars and not in palettes, obviously. I really need to use them more. Look at that. I'm also going to take the shade Mermaids from Peaches and Cream, which doesn't look like much in the jar, but again is really, really, really pretty. And I think I'm going to pop some at the very top of my spotlight. And I'm just going to take another small brush. There we go, just to give it a bit of a lighter edge right at the top. I might do it underneath as well. So again, just down here. I'm going to use it on my inner corner as well, but I don't like doing my inner corner before I've actually done the rest of my makeup because I just find it kind of gets in the way. I think that the last thing I will do, I'm trying to think. I need an eyeliner on my waterline. What do I want? I think I'll just go with black. I'm literally just going to take my Inglot gel liner. So I'm just taking it on any kind of small flat brush, painting it on. Right, I'm going to leave the eyes here for now. That's pretty much all I'm going to be doing anyway, except from highlighting the brow bone and the inner corner. So I'm going to go and do my foundation off camera, and I'll come back so that we can do the rest of the face products together. All right, this may not have been the type of look I should have done without any fake tan on, because right now I look weird. I look a little bit weird. I'm going to start off with my bronzer, and I'm going to go in with my Revolution Bronzer Reloaded in Holiday Romance. Start bringing back some colour into my face. Desperately trying to attempt to look healthy. I swear I don't look this pale in real life, but on camera right now I look terrifyingly pale. Then I'm going to take my Revolution and Patricia Bright Moonlight Glow palette, just using the contour shade on my PC15 and just deepening up the cheekbones. And then around the edge of the face as well. And then down on the jawline, keeping the double chin at bay. And then just on a Morphe E62, I'm just going to do my lip, just to give it some more shape. And then the nose contour. I'm going to go in with my Pinky Promise blush palette from Obsession. I'm going to go in with the shade Whisper. I'm just dipping back in lightly and then getting rid of the excess on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to go over my nose as well, slightly in my temples. It's just all an attempt to bring back some form of colour into my face. And then for highlighter, I might actually go into my Wet n Wild highlighter, if I can find my brush. There we go. This is the shade Blossom Glow, and as you guys can see, I've actually hit pan because this is a really nice highlighter. If I was feeling brave, I'd go for a blue highlighter, but it does not suit me. I have tried before. A little bit at the front as well, and then just on a cleanse over 231 just to do the bridge of the nose and the tip and the Cupid's bow, and then just in my temple as well. And then just on a small brush, I'm just going to jump into my Revolution highlighter and set the tone. I'm just going to highlight the brow bone with it. And then I'm just going to go back into my Morphe M433. Just make sure that that top edge is really nicely blended out. And then on a small round brush, I'm just going to take a little bit more of the glitter glue. This is a crease brush by Nancy. And then using my Morphe M138, I've just gone back into the Peaches and Cream pigment. Oh my, it is pretty. I'm just bringing it in a little bit more. Because there's no glue there, it's just right on the inner corner. It's just kind of fading into the rest of the shadow. I have a load of fallout on my under eye, but it's so pretty. I do not use these pigments enough. I'm just going to quickly go and do my brows and put my lashes on off camera, and then we'll come back to finish the look. Alright guys, I definitely feel like I look a little bit better now that I have some brows on. I feel a little bit more human. Everything that I have used that you haven't seen on camera, that will be linked down below if you guys would like to check it out. And that just leaves us with the lips. So I'm thinking the MUA Liquid Velvet Matte Liquid Lip in the shade Devotion. Is it a bit much? I don't know, I'm just gonna try it and we're gonna see. I think it kind of works. I think I'm gonna go with it. I just feel like this palette needs some cool toned lipsticks to go with it, and I don't actually have that many. I think a declutter and just general organising of my lipstick drawer is really, really needed, because I just don't know what I have right now. Yeah, I quite like that. Very, very intense, but I'm quite happy with it. It's getting all over my teeth though. Now that that's dried down, I definitely want to add some sparkle here as well. So I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Confetti lip gloss. It's a little bit milky and definitely more cool toned, so I think it's perfect for this. Do I feel overdressed for Sunday lunch? Yes, 100%. Do I care? No, never. And I'm just going to finish it off with some Revolution Glass Shimmer Fix to make myself feel really glowy and really sparkly. I'm concerned about this mister. I put it in an old L'Oreal Shake and Glow bottle because if you guys have seen my glass skin review, I had some issues with the mister and it's not spraying out as nicely today. Like, I definitely feel like my skin is getting wet rather than it just spraying out nicely. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it and keep you guys posted, because I thought the issue was the bottle, but I'm starting to think that the issue is the product. All right guys, here is the finished look. I hope that you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, because I am obsessed. I'm making sure I don't have any lipstick on my teeth, because normally I do at this point and I don't realise until I'm editing, which is never fun. Upon using this a second time, I still really, really like it, and paired with this pigment, oh my god, I'm speechless one more time. I do still think that the name of this palette isn't right. Like, to me this is mermaid vibes. All these shades, apart from the neutrals, I'm seeing mermaid, and this is giving me mermaid. Other than that, I still really, really like this palette. I still really recommend it. I really think at £15 you can't go wrong. And if you guys have not tried pigments from the Pastel Roses, you are absolutely missing out. Indie brands do some of the most stunning pigments. I mean, look at this. You're not picking this up from Superdrug or Boots, are you, anytime soon? So I definitely recommend checking them out. Everything will be linked down below as always. Anyway guys, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, do as always please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of it. And if you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video. And I'll be seeing you all on the next one. Bye guys.